Alright guys, one of the most awaited events from this entire update is finally here, and of course I'm talking about the Pagani Zonda Air special hand, which is completely different from the others we have seen previously in a couple of things, which I will get into today. Obviously I will be showing to you all guys a few multiplayer races with my soon-to-be golden Zonda Air on classic multiplayer, so you all can understand how convenient it is to use this car. So with nothing else to add, let's get into it. Let's begin with the special hand itself, shall we? This time is extremely easy, and as Gameloft said on the patch notes, we don't need any kind of extra cards to play this special hand, since as you all can see, the Pagani Zonda has a free try on every single one of the special hand stages. The only obstacle you will face during this special hand will likely be the lack of tickets, but on the good side, these special hand races only take one single ticket each, or that's what I can see while I'm recording this video. So if you didn't got the time limited events pass, this is the best moment to get it, because right now there is an extremely useful car hunt taking place as well, which I will make a video about really soon, so make sure to be subscribed in order to not to miss absolutely anything about Asphalt 9. Okay, so back on the special hand, at the progression milestone you can get a couple of epic import parts of the Pagani Zonda Air, which will be quite useful, but the most important resource you need to have in order to play this special hand the most efficient way possible is tokens, in order to get extra ticket refills and then credits, because let's remember, you will need a fully gold max Pagani Zonda Air in order to obtain the key on the last stage of this special hand, which is basically the golden rule of all the special hands we have got so far. In case you are wondering, you will need 32.2 million credits in order to fully gold max this Pagani Zonda Air. But what about the drops? Well, don't expect the drops to be extremely good during these first stages of the special hand, since the first stages are always the hardest one, but luckily you will get slightly better drops as you keep moving from one stage to the next one, so at the end it's just a matter of pure and absolute grind. The Pagani Zonda Air takes 249 blueprints in order to be fully maxed from 0 to 6 stars, and since it's a key card you will need 28 blueprints in order to log the second star, 32 blueprints in order to obtain the third star, and 44 blueprints in order to get the fourth star, where I think that the drops will be slightly more merciful. The main obstacle in your path to gold this car, assuming you already have the credits or that you are close to the total amount it takes, will be the last star, where you will need 86 blueprints, which, being completely honest, is an absolute ton, but you know, it is what it is. Everyone knows that maxing out cars through special hands is always something long and not extremely exciting, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a golden car basically everyone can get completely for free. Also, something I really wanted to point out is, if I were you guys, I wouldn't spend on the Pagani Zonda Air packs available in the shop, because 90 token packs means that you can basically get 15 races on the special hand if you spend those tokens in refills instead, and 50 races will give you way more blueprints than one single 90 token packs. But hey, you know, at the end of the day, you are the one who decides where to spend the tokens, so it's completely up to you guys. Alright, so now it's time to have a look on this Pagani Zonda Air, which, thanks God, it's a name way easier to pronounce when we compare it to the Frangivento Asfane, so that's a great starting point already. I will be doing these races without any kind of overclock boost, so you guys can see how the base performance is. This car has slightly over 84 points of acceleration, which theoretically should make it a quite good car for multiplayer. However, and I don't know if what I'm about to say it's because of my perception or what, this car doesn't really feel as if you were acceleration with an 84 points acceleration value. I'm not aware if this car is affected by some kind of fake acceleration or what, but I don't know, the acceleration feels weird. Obviously, I was on the very last days of the season while I recorded these races on classic multiplayer, because I basically forgot to do them earlier, but you will see how I faced some high acceleration cars in some races, and I didn't fall behind at the beginning of the races, so I guess that the acceleration feeling slower is, you know, just a result of my own perception. Anyways, one way or another, you all are invited to tell me your thoughts on this in the comments, but now let's go back to this car performance. The nitro duration doesn't feel bad, and it's quite decent even while using shockwave. The problem this car has, however, is in the handling and the way it drifts, because the car feels so grounded while drifting and loses speed too fast while doing so, so at the end you must have a shockwave ready or you will struggle while maintaining a decent top speed on tracks with too many corners like Osaka or Buenos Aires. This Pagani Zonda Air's top speed is really good for the run where it's placed, and with 383 km/h you will pretty much catch up quite easily cars like the Banda Electrics. However, and as I said, you should really keep in mind how fast this car loses speed while drifting, because if it's true that it's not a heavy car to steer, it's not the smoothest one either. But overall, I don't think why anyone couldn't win with this Pagani Zonda R on multiplayer, but yeah, it's of course not a top tier A-class king, so in most of the cases you will have better options, but if you are a beginner, this car can be extremely helpful. Would I recommend to go for this car? In most of the cases, definitely yes, unless you are way too far from having the 32 million credits it takes to gold max the Zonda R. If you are any lower than, let's say, 50 million credits at the moment of starting the special hand, I would say that unless you spend a ton of time and you watch an absolute ton of ads after every single race, you wouldn't be able to gold the Zonda R. But at the end, it all comes down to how much time do you have in your hands to grind this hand and how many credits are you starting this event with. Tokens are definitely helpful, and so is the time limited events pass, since it gives you a couple of free refills every day as well as a better ticket capacity, but at the end of the day, if you don't have time, it's a bit pointless since it will take hundreds of races to get the Zonda from scratch, assuming that you got 0 blueprints from its Grand Prix and the other times it has arrived through special events and that stuff. I have my Zonda basically golden except for the handling where I lack some epic import parts, and I will finally be able to max it out now a long time after it was released. It's never too late for maxing out cars, as you can understand at this point. But now it's your turn, guys. What are your plans for this Pagani Zonda R special hand? From how many blueprints are you starting this event? Do you have all the credits that it takes to max out this car and finally unlock it? Let me know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe, and I will be back really soon as usual with much more Asphalt 9 content. Goodbye, guys.